Mana, how are you doing? Moko mana? Nabe subrinyo bose moko mana. In monne mana. Welcome to another episode of Ishome Kidawida. My name is Masaka Mdawida Tiki. Professionally, I am a linguist, and besides that, I am a lover of languages. Welcome to this platform and welcome to this episode. If it is your first time here, karibu sana. This is where we explore, learn, and speak Kidawida. And if you are returning to this channel, thank you so much, Chafcha Nandigi. Thank you for embracing Ishome Kidawida, and thank you for supporting Ishome Kidawida. Kidawida is the language that gives me my identity, and Kidawida is my pride. And therefore, it is always my greatest joy and pleasure to be teaching you this amazing language of mine that we call Kidawida. As you can see from the title of this video, on today's episode, we are going to learn about clothing in Kidawida. I believe that you are ready to learn some Kidawida with me. I believe that your notebooks and pens are ready for some information in Kidawida. Without much ado, let's get started. So, clothing is referred to as mavazi in Kiswahili. When you come to my community, that is the Dawida community, some people use the word ngubo and some people use the word irwai. Irwai is singular and its plural is marwai. So you'll hear some people saying ngubo and others will say irwai or marwai. But there is a difference between the two words. However, some people tend to use the two words interchangeably. So what is the difference between ngubo and irwai or marwai? Ngubo ideally refers to clothes, and on the other hand, irwai or marwai refers to dressing, but some people use them interchangeably, and that is very okay because the community members know exactly what they mean when they say irwai or ngubo. So on this episode, I have some attires. I'll be showing you the attires and I'll be naming them. And for the ones that I don't have, I will just mention the names. And if we get photos, the photos will be displayed on the screen as I mention the names of the attires. So let's get started. The first item is kofia. And with me here are two types of kofia. And before I show you the attires, the word kofia is both used for singular and plural. So the first type of kofia is this one here. This is a kofia. And then the other type is this one here. So this is a kofia, and the other one that I just showed you is also a kofia. The next item on my list today is fulana. Fulana refers to a pullover, and I also have one here today. Here is a fulana. This is called fulana in Kidawida. It refers to a pullover. Again, it is the same in singular and plural. The next item in our lesson today is skati. Skati refers to a skirt. You can definitely tell that this is a borrowed word. So skati is a skirt in Kidawida, and in Kiswahili they call it sketi. Sketi. So this is a skirt. In Kidawida, skati. In English, a skirt. The next item is called irinda. Irinda refers to a dress in Kidawida, and in Kiswahili it is called rinda. So here is a sample of a dress. This is a dress. It is called irinda, and when they are many we call them marinda. Irinda in singular and marinda in plural. The next item is called t-shirt. T-shirt. T-shirt is just a t-shirt. We have this one here, a t-shirt, a polo t-shirt. And as you can see, this is the Ishome Kidawida merchandise. So you can purchase yours by coming to my inbox and placing your order. This polo t-shirt goes for 1,000 Kenyan shillings. In Kidawida, we call it t-shirty. Again, a loan word. The next item is called blousey. Blousey. Blousey is a blouse in Kidawida. I also have one here with me. This is a blouse. In Kidawida, blousey. So blousey is a blouse in English. The next item is kipande. Kipande refers to a pair of shorts. And when there are many, we call them vipande. In Kiswahili, it's called kaptura, kwa umoja na wingi. So in singular and in plural, a pair of shorts or pairs of shorts are called kaptura in Kiswahili. But in Kidawida, we call them kipande. Kipande in singular and vipande in plural. So that is the next, that is the other attire in Kidawida. The other attire is here with me. It's called msuti. Msuti refers to a pair of trousers or a pair of pants. A sample is this one here. This is a pair of pants, which is called msuti. And in plural, we call them misuti. Msuti in singular and misuti in plural. The next item is called shuka. Shuka or leso. And I have one here. This is either called a shuka or a leso. A very common attire in the Davida community. The next item is called kitambaa. Kitambaa is a headscarf. And most of our Taita women really like to use this. So I have a sample here. It's not necessarily from the Taita community, but this is a sample of a kitambaa, which is also known as a headscarf in English. So kitambaa is singular, and in plural we call them vitambaa. Kitambaa, vitambaa. And this is a sample of it. This is a headscarf. A headscarf. The next item is called ikoti. I have one here and I will show it to you. So ikoti refers to either a coat or a blazer. And when there are many, we call them makoti. Ikoti in singular and makoti in plural. So it might have some noise, but this is a sample of ikoti. In singular, ikoti. In plural, makoti. Then, when we go to footwear, we have socksy. Sorry, they just dropped. Let me pick them. So, this is a pair of socks. We call them socksy. Socksy refers to a pair of socks. And then we have footwear. Footwear, we have shoes. And I have also mentioned this before. A shoe is called chadu. For example, this one. And when there are many, we call them vadu. Vadu. So vadu refers to shoes. This is just one type of shoes. I have another type here. This one. So we have chadu, which is a shoe, and vadu, which are shoes. So that one, a pair of shoes. We call them vadu. I have another item here. It's not necessarily clothing, but it falls under that category. And we call it taulo. Taulo. Taulo refers to a towel. So those are some of the items that I had with me here. There are some items that I don't have with me, but I will mention their names in Kidawida as well as in English. So we have the name Ishati. Ishati refers to a shirt, mostly worn by men. Then we have Mshipi. Mshipi refers to a belt, and when they are many, we call them Mishipi. Mshipi, Mishipi. That is a belt. And then we have tie. Tie refers to a tie. That again is worn by men. And then we have sabata. Sabata refers to slippers, the ones that we use when we are going to the bathroom to take a shower. So those are some of the items that I had for today's episode. And now let's go to part 2 of our lesson today. I have prepared 5 sentences using some of the vocabulary that we have learned today. And these are the sentences that we are learning today. Ngubo raporose rekarielie. Ngubo raporose rekarielie. That means all of my clothes are clean. Nguo zangu zote ni safi. Ngubo raporose rekarielie. That means nguo zangu zote ni safi in Kiswahili. And in English, all of my clothes are clean. So from that sentence, we are picking the word ngubo, which I have mentioned refers to clothes. The second sentence is Ijirinda jachilu jego kashu. Ijirinda jachilu jego kashu. That means this black dress is very beautiful. This black dress is very beautiful. On this sentence, we have picked the word irinda. Irinda refers to a dress. Then the other sentence is Ivovadu ni vasoko. Ivovadu ni vasoko. That sentence translates to those are Soko's shoes. Soko is the name of a person and specifically a female in Taita. So when I say Ivovadu ni vasoko, I mean those are Soko's shoes. Those shoes belong to Soko. Our second last sentence is Roafulana mbeo yangia. That means put on a pullover, it's getting cold. Put on a pullover, it's getting cold. And our last sentence is disa leso. Disa leso. Please listen to my articulation keenly. Disa leso. Not disa. If you say disa, it loses meaning. It is disa. If you're not getting the difference between disa and disa, please go back to an episode that I did with the title D without an apostrophe versus D with an apostrophe. In that episode, I tried to explain the difference between the two sounds, the D and D. So if you have not gotten the difference in what I'm articulating, please go back to that episode and watch it. So the sentence disa leso means tie a leso around your waist. So that is what I had for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for supporting Ishome Kidawida. See you in my next episode. Bye.